Hi guys, Erica T. Johnson here, Global Leadership Brand Strategist, author, and speaker. I'm going to give you guys a second to come on and I'm going to get connected over here in Instagram land. We're talking about why you need to set book writing deadlines. We're going to get started here in a second. Don't let Facebook tell you guys that I am on live. Hey guys, get us set up here. Hey guys, as you're watching, let me know that you're watching and where you're watching live from. I'm getting set up over here in Instagram. Today we're going to be talking really briefly. I know it's Saturday. It's Saturday morning here for me. Some of you guys, it may be afternoon time. And we're trying to get the house ready to put up for sale. And so we need to go and make a run to Home Depot, but I just wanted to pop in on you guys this morning and let's chat really quickly. I want to give you guys just 3 points around why you need to set book writing deadlines. If you guys are aware, right now we are launching and have open enrollment for our Pen to Profits program, which is actually a 6-week coaching program for aspiring authors. And we'll be closing the doors on enrollment for that. I believe it's going to be January the 31st, which is actually next Wednesday. So we've definitely been having a lot of conversations. We've been sharing a lot around, publishing your book, telling your story, bringing your great platform to the world so that people get to know you, increasing your visibility through writing a book. And so this morning, thanks for the thumbs up. This morning, I just wanted to share with you guys why you need to set book writing deadlines. So let me know who's on. I can see that there's individuals on, but I can't necessarily see who it is. So let me know. Just send me something in the comments. Where are you watching live from? And we're going to go ahead and get this kicked off, right? So when I talk about book writing deadlines, what I'm talking about is deadlines and targets that you're putting around, like, okay, when will I complete my first draft, right? When you're going through the book writing process and you have a book outline and you have a strategy, included in that strategy should be the timelines that you're giving yourself, the targets that you're giving yourself around completing certain phases of that book writing process, right? So, one deadline should be, okay, when do I actually finish my first draft, right? Another deadline should be, when should I, as the writer, do the proofreading, right? So that should be a second target. The third target should probably be, okay, when will I complete that second draft? And then, another target would be, okay, when do I send it to the editor? Hello, Uncle, from Cincinnati, Ohio. Good to see you this morning. Thanks for joining. The next one, the fourth one would be, okay, what's my timeline around, when I will have, I've sent it to the editor and the editor have done all of the, the edits and made the suggestions. And then there should also be a deadline around, okay, now it's my final draft. This is the one that, I've gotten the edits. I've reviewed them, the ones that I agreed with. Hey, Ramon, the one that I agreed with, I made the adjustments to my manuscript, and now I'm ready to send it to, be typeset and start the publishing process. So let me tell you 3 reasons why. 3 reasons why you need to set these book writing guidelines, right, or these deadlines, right? Number 1 is a deadline keeps you focused on your overarching goal, which is becoming a published author, right? It keeps you focused on, okay, if you say you want to be a published author, what is that strategy, right? So when you begin to plug in dates and give yourself timelines, it's like you're keeping yourself accountable, but it's also becoming a reality, right? Because now you've put something on paper. Now you've actually committed some dates. You may have, if you're working as part of a team, like if you'll be working in the Pen to Profits book coaching program, your other classmates know, what dates that you've given yourself, and they are keeping you accountable. So when you begin to put actual dates down and give yourself a deadline, it becomes real, right? It's a reality. It's no longer, just in my mind. It's no longer just the thought that, oh, I'll become a published author. Now you've really committed yourself to doing it. And then if you have that group and that support and that community around you, they're also keeping you accountable to make sure that what you said you would do, you actually follow through and do it, right? So number one was why you need to set book writing deadlines is a deadline keeps you focused on the overarching goal of becoming a published author, and it basically becomes a reality for you, right? And there's accountability. Hi, Thekla, where are you watching live from? Glad you joined me this morning. So the second one is, the reasons why you need to set book writing deadlines is because a deadline keeps you committed to telling your story. One of the most powerful things about writing a book is the fact that you get to share your story with all of the people that are going to read it, right? You get to share your story with this target audience that as you're writing down your book goals and you're writing down your actual topics, this person, these people, who are basically your writing audience, they began for the first time to hear your story, right? Because you've taken the time to pen your story and to put it in a book. That's so powerful and so incredible. I often think about it, how, just that whole writing process. And actually what I'll do is I'll do a live video on what the writing process does for you and how cathartic it can be and how it helps to bring out the potential that's in you, right? I got an incredible story to share around that, but we'll do that one on tomorrow, right? But, the ability when you actually put a writing deadline around, okay, when I'm going to finish, this portion or that portion of my manuscript, it commits you to telling your story, right? Because sometimes we can be very afraid. Sometimes we can be scared. Sometimes we can be embarrassed when it comes to our stories. How many of you actually saw the post that I did earlier where I told my story on how I made a $15,000 mistake? And it was centered around, and it's a beautiful story. Or so I thought I made a mistake, right? When I spent $15,000 on this year-long mastermind group with this $1 million marketing coach, and how I felt like when I left the program that, I felt a little bit defeated, right? Because I didn't see the success that translated to, more profit. What I thought should be showing up in my business account. So if you guys didn't read that this morning, go to the page and read my story about my $15,000 mistake, right? So that's what a book can do for you. That book allows you to, How did you like it, Ramon? What lesson did you get out of that post that I made? Just let me know. But that book, and those deadlines allow you to commit in your mind that, okay, now it's go time. Now it's time for me to, to really tell my story. Like, and it's causing things to happen in the inside, right? It's causing you to shift and to transition to really get ready for, bringing that story out, because there's many people that you're going to touch with your story, particularly that audience that you say, hey, this is who my book is for, because your book is not for everybody. It's not for everybody that you know, everybody that you become connected with. It's not for all of your family members. It's not for everybody that you're connected with on social media. There's a specific audience that that will, that'll be assigned to that book that you'll be able to touch, right? So Ramon said it will definitely help out to others. Yes, absolutely. So the third thing and the final thing as to why you need to set book writing deadlines is because a deadline helps you value your time. You're going to value your time more, but it also keeps you, and it helps you to value the fact that, okay, I need to value my time. So that means that I can't allow someone else to waste my time, right? That's incredible. That's a huge thing, right? Just think about just the amount of time that we spend a lot of time as women, nurturing people and giving to others and supporting, because that's just our nature. Our nature is to be a support to other people, right? To come alongside other people and, be their cheerleaders and their champions and, give them words of advice and words of wisdom and support them and be there and show up and all of these different things. But when you say, okay, I'm committing myself to writing this book, and in this book project, I want to have my first draft finished in 30 days. Guess what that does for you? In your mind, it helps you really hone in on, okay, what's the most important things, right? What are the things that I know I have to do, and what are the things that I can save for later, or maybe I can get support from someone else in my family, or maybe I can hire an assistant, to help me in this particular area. It helps you to really hone in on the value of your time, because you only have so much time. If you're following the method that I shared in our Unblock Your Writing Masterclass, and if you didn't watch that, make sure that you go to my website, pentoprofits.com. Actually go to no, don't go to Pen to Profits. You can definitely go to Pen to Profits to hear about the book coaching program, but to watch the replay from that masterclass, then you would want to go to unblockyourwriting.com. And ericatjohnson.com/replay. That's what it is. ericatjohnson.com/replay to watch the replay of the Unblock Your Writing Masterclass, because I shared a strategy around, how you should segment your time when it comes to your writing strategy and getting your first draft done, and the things that you should be doing, and then the things that you shouldn't be doing, and then where flexibility should come in at. Ramon over in LinkedIn, Instagram is saying, waste of time and money. Yes, you definitely have to be aware of, the amount of time that you're putting out there, and making sure that you're not allowing others to waste your time, because yes, time is definitely money. So those were the three tips that I wanted to share with you guys. Number one, the 3 reasons as to why you need to set book writing deadlines. The first one being, a deadline keeps you focused on your overarching goal of becoming a published author, as well as keeping you accountable, right? It becomes real. There's people around you that you've shared it with, and now they're keeping you accountable. Number 2, a deadline keeps you committed to telling your story, because now you finally made up in your mind that I'm going to write this book. And because I'm going to write this book, hey, Shayla, good morning, then you're positioning yourself, and you're positioning and you're allowing shifts to happen internally, right, that let you know, okay, I need to get ready to tell this powerful story. Whatever your story may be, that's something that can help cause an transformation in another person, right? The people that are actually reading your book. And then the third one, like we said, was a deadline helps you value your time more and keeps others from wasting your time, because now you put a really big emphasis, and you've put real value on your time, right? And you're protecting it. You see it as something that's extremely precious, and you're making sure that no one is coming in and taking from you, because you understand that you need that time and that energy to really put into this writing project that you're doing, so that it can be successful. So guys, like I said, I want to make sure that you guys, hey, PZ, I want you guys to go to pentoprofits.com. Really check out this program, guys. It's amazing. Dr. Kimberly Ellison and she's actually a mentee of mine who has a publishing company, and she's written 4 books. And I can recall back in 2015 when I released my book, and she was there to support me. I remember her saying, I want to write a book, but I don't have the content, and I don't like to write, right? And, I told her something that shifted her mindset in that moment. And I can tell you, she released three books in a matter of 9 months, right? Because she finally got the belief that she could actually do it, right? So I want you guys to go to pentaprofits.com. She and I have partnered together. We have 6 different modules that we're gonna walk you guys through. And actually what I'll do is I'll bring it up here so that I can share exactly what those 6 modules are with you guys. But it's 6 incredible modules. This is the first program that I've seen that actually starts at the very beginning and takes you through the end of the process. And what I mean by that is we start with the book writing process. We start with the mindset and making sure we clear those bad beliefs that are telling you that you can't be an author, that you don't have anything to say, that no one would read the words that you put out there, that you don't have enough credentials behind your name for folks to really believe that you're an author, right? So we start with the mindset in module 1, your mindset and your book gremlins, and we go through that process, and we're helping to unearth all of those things that are keeping you blocked. Because what it oftentimes causes, hey Ange, what it oftentimes causes is it causes that writer's block. It causes that fear, and you won't push through it, right? So we're going to spend some time working through that with you guys. And then on module 2, we're going to be talking about mind mapping and content creation. We have so much content that's, that we have from experiences that we've had, from, things that we've participated in. I get a lot of stories and content from watching my children and watching the things that they do, the things that they say. I mean, it's incredible for you to just jot those things down as they're happening every day, and just be open to how you can weave those different activities, those different things that are happening into your story, right? So we're going to talk to you guys about mind mapping. Maybe you got all of this, you got this book and you got all of this stuff that you want to say, but you don't know how to streamline it and bring it into focus so that, you have a clear and a concise message that you are delivering. So we're going to spend some time just doing that with you guys, showing you how to do that so that, your message can come off clear. We're going to help you with setting, your book goals. What's the result? What's the ultimate goal you want people to walk away with after they've read your book? We're going to talk about all of the different components to the book. How do you set up your outline? How do you, come up with, your book title, and then, what should you include in your back cover copy? All of those different things. Module 3 is really just the essentials around book writing, right? Your schedules, your priorities, the power of journaling. We're going to talk about the little a lot. Yes, a little a lot technique. We're going to be talking about how you write and how you need to be writing in the active voice rather than the passive voice. Then we get into module 4, which is all around book design and layout, right? And so this is where Dr. Kimberly's genius comes in. She's a master at branding and laying things out. So we're going to talk about your book design and your layout. What book size should you be choosing, right? What colors should you go with? How do you minimize your print costs based on the colors that you pick? Your front and your back cover design. Those are the things that we'll talk through in module 4. And then in module 5, we're going to be talking everything about making, your legal and your cost structure around your book, making sure that it's copyrighted, making sure that, you have your ISBN number that's going to follow that book for a lifetime. How do you price it? What are the costs that's associated with the publishing as well as with the printing, and how can we save on that? And then in module 6 is going to be the last module where we talk about launching your book, right? That's all around promoting, that's all around marketing, that's all around your launch strategy, what platforms you should be on, should be positioning yourself, if you should be doing press releases, what sites you can go to do press releases, and then how can you do pre-book sales so that you pay for, the printing of your books, right? Where you don't have to come out of pocket for that. And so it's going to be an incredible program. It officially starts on February the 8th, and we have classes on every Thursday from February the 8th to March 15th, except for there's one day that we're not having class, but that's because you guys will be implementing, and that's actually on March 8th. We're gonna, do 4 weeks of solid instructions, 2 weeks of you just really implementing and getting that book written, getting portions of your book done, right? We want to put you in a very good space where you leave out of that class. If your book is not fully done, you actually have a strategy, you have an outline, you may have, one or two chapters complete, right? So it's going to be like this incubator that you can come into, this space and this community that you can come into. And in here, you're going to have all of the support and the love that you need, because you're going to be with other aspiring authors. And then you get the privilege of having the experience of two published authors who are also consultants, that's going to help you just really reach your goal of becoming a published author in 2018, because that's our mission. Dr. Kimberly and I have teamed up for this year to help 100 women become published authors. And guess what? You can absolutely do it. So if you have not heard about the Pen to Profits program, I want you to go now to pentoprofits.com. And because it's still within my birthday week, one of the things that I've decided to do, and you have until Sunday to actually do this, is, if you look at the cost and you say, okay, I want to make sure that the investment for this program is manageable, I'm going to give you that option to do 4-part installments for the program, right? So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you send me an IM, send me an email, and let's get started, right? So we talked about, why do you need to set book writing deadlines? Number one, because it keeps you focused on your overall goal. Number two, it keeps you committed to telling your story, like you're making a transition in your mind, that you're getting ready to share something incredible, something that's a part of you that you're gonna unselfishly share with the world. And then number three, a deadline helps you value your time more, and then it also keeps you from allowing others to steal from it. Again, this is Erica T. Johnson, Global Leadership Brand Strategist, author, as well as speaker. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. Have an awesome Saturday and a terrific weekend. And don't forget to go and check out pentoprofits.com. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be talking about, really tomorrow, how writing can be a very cathartic process that allows you to pull forth potential that you didn't even know was there. So you don't want to miss it. So join me again tomorrow, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.